Yeah, that was the most Vikings thing ever. Hello, Commanders. Automatic Gamer here, and yeah, we're 4-5. I don't know if we're a good team, if we're a bad team. We don't know who the 2025-2026 Minnesota Vikings are, or any team in the NFC North, or a lot of teams in football. We still don't know, and it's well heading into Week 11. Still got a lot of things I feel like we need to figure out, but yeah, that was a first half was pretty fun, and then things just sort of fell apart. Like after that first drive, scoring that touchdown, and just yeah, a lot of things just kind of fell apart in that game. Kevin O'Connell, I don't think KOC called a really great game. JJ McCarthy, I mean, he played a good couple times, had a few flashes here and there, but he wasn't the greatest, which kind of sucks. Even though it was only his fourth start, which can't really blame him on that, and he's got to work on his development. And also, I'm sorry for the best player on the Minnesota Vikings and every Vikings fan and every person loves this guy, Justin Jefferson. I'm so sorry. He did not have a great game either, and you could clearly tell my biggest issue is well, my biggest issue was one the run game, but I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I don't think the JJ to JJ connection was I don't know, I don't think it was present, which is a pretty bad factor because I think with the trio of Kevin O'Connell, JJ McCarthy at quarterback, and Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the NFL. I think that trio of combination of people and players, I think once they maybe get going, if it takes them a little bit for the rest of the season heading into next season, I think that could be unstoppable. But that's just my take on everything. But yeah, they need to work on the JJ to JJ connection a little bit more, I think. And well, also the one thing that we should have utilized a lot more, especially when it's like you're third and one, and I'm sorry for saying this, but we need to utilize our run game a lot more. Then why the hell did we get Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones? And I love those guys. And I mean, they're phenomenal running backs, and they can get usually a ton of carries, especially if you get those guys going. And I know Aaron Jones got a few carries in, not as much as we would have liked for Vikings fans like us, but still, he got a few carries in. He didn't look too bad for that game. And of course, the one thing that I think a lot of us can agree kept us in the game was, of course, I think the defense. Because the defense, with, of course, uh, ABJ, Andrew Van Ginkel, Bryant, uh, Blake Cashman, and of course in our secondary, I think that kept us alive, and especially with guys like Jonathan Grenard, and yeah, it was just amazing. And of course, I mean, still on the offensive side of things, JJ McCarthy again, he still didn't look bad. I mean, he had a few epic throws to Jalen Naylor, so that was just amazing on that part. But yeah, this was the most Vikings game ever, and well, we're basically the NFC version of the Buffalo Bills. So, yeah, that's that, I guess. But also, let's just move on from this game and be like, all right, next week it's going to be at our house still. So that's good. US Bank Stadium. We're going up against the Bears at home, division rival. You never really know how those games go. Even though last time we played them, it was at their house, and we knew how that game ended. So hopefully we can just forget about this, move on. It was just a bad game, bad day. We didn't play like we were ready to go because I don't really know if the connection between KOC and our quarterback Justin, our quarterback JJ McCarthy was there. Justin Jefferson didn't play great. We didn't look like we were ready coming out of the gate, but the Ravens, yeah, tip my hat to them. They're a great team. Lamar Jackson's one of the best quarterbacks. King Derrick Henry is just awesome, especially if you can get him going in the run game. Like I said, still we should have got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason going in the run game, because then I think we could have won that game if we got our run game going. KOC, Kevin O'Connell, if you're watching this, run more of the game and throw only like if it's necessary. I mean, I know you want to develop their quarterback because I want him to develop too because I think JJ McCarthy, I think he can be our franchise guy. He can be our quarterback. But one, he needs to develop, and also two, you need to give him a huge supporting cast. And I believe we still have a great supporting cast of people that can help our young QB out, being the youngest in NFL history. So yeah, that's some optimism there, but also yeah, the Ravens came into our building and they were ready to play. Lamar Jackson, King Henry, Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely. I mean, and also their defense is just one of the best also in the NFL. Same with ours, which is really good, but still, their defense was ready to play, of course, and yeah, just going up against a competent Ravens team, and this was also AFC North football, and AFC North going up against also a NFC North versus AFC North team. I mean, you never know how the AFC North is going to go with how that division is shaping up with the Ravens, the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals. But that's that. Everything still in our division, I think, is still relatively wide open. Yeah, I'm putting this game behind me. It was just a really bad day for this Minnesota Vikings team and squad. Hopefully we can move on from this, work out a couple of our differences, and change things up for the better and improve for our next game against the Bears coming in on Sunday at our house, US Bank Stadium, of course. So, yeah, that'll be great. But one positive I really want to say about J.J. McCarthy that I really like about this kid, 22-year-old quarterback, youngest in history. He's got a lot of energy. He rallies this team behind him whenever he shows up. Like, they just galvanize around him, being like, hey, we got your back, and we know that you're not, we know that perhaps you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, but you're still can be good and still can be a great quarterback and will support you no matter what. That's what I love about him. He just brings this team build, like this sort of like energy team, like, and unity to this Viking squad and team underneath KOC as head coach, which I still like KOC as a head coach. I think he's one of the best in NFL history. And after winning Coach of the Year last year with Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold, of course, is lighting things up with the Seattle Seahawks. But yeah, one thing I really love about J.J. McCarthy, our quarterback, and I think this really helps him out, is not only the separate personality of letting number 9 run his body and take control of everything when he needs him to, but also, yeah, with the alter ego, I love that. But I also love before every game, he sinks into meditation. I love that for him. Well, not only is because it's a great way to calm your body and your mind for everything that you are feeling, but it's a great way to get yourself centered and focused so you can play to the best of your ability in any sport, not just the NFL, but any sport. The NFL, football, baseball, basketball, and hockey, anything like that. I just love that J.J. McCarthy brings this energy to this team and does everything that he does. And yeah, I have no doubt that we can turn things around next week coming up against the Bears. So yeah, I'm going to put this game behind me and just remember what happens with that Lions game that week prior, and yeah, just move on from it. And yeah, we can just hopefully improve on a few things, and we can come out swinging the next week against the Bears. So let me know with you guys agreeing or disagreeing in the comments. If you want to talk more football with me, you can, of course, just subscribe to my channel and join my Discord. The link will be in the description. And I will see you on the football field, Commanders.